What's up, fellow Clashers? Apollyon here, bringing you to the end of an arranged war, one that I was actually not in, with North Awakens, who's in the family clan of North Remembers and North Watchers. So, pretty much a perfect matchup, arranged, that you can do on paper. They had actually better total destruction, but they were off by 1 star, so that means the victory goes to WHF Rising. So good job to all those guys there. We just, we had to go by weights and everything like that, so some of us weren't in. Pulled in some members from WHF2 to kind of balance out. And I think they probably pulled in some members from North Watchers and North Remembers. So, but I'm not sure. Anyway, we had some good attacks. They used all of their attacks. We actually had a little bit of something going on in our clan, so we couldn't use 4 of our attacks, especially two high ones. So we were actually handicapped and still won. So even more props to WHF Rising. And just to show you what they did to us, they actually 3-starred our top 8, and then they had problems with 9 and 10. So good job to Huckles and Matty J for that. And then they were able to 3-star everybody else. And I think we did almost the same. We had their top 5 3-starred, and we had problems with number 6, which I'll show you in a little bit. Which, if you can 3-star number 1 in an arranged match, you should be able to 3-star number 6. But we were 1 away from a perfect. So let's go ahead and check out some of these attacks. Some really cool army compositions through a lot of these things. And we'll start with Great Gatsby coming in and getting a 6-star war using Laloon on both of his attacks. And hitting this one with a Laloon with I think just 1 golem, cold-blooded, starts the funneling, everything's going in. He's going to do a queen swap, sends his wall breakers in there, which I think they got to fail there. So he's going to have to use jump, reroute, everything goes in, golems reroute. They just really need to knock down that queen and hopefully get the expo too, which it looks like they're going to. And he starts to send starts to send the loons in now since the queen is down. It brings 4 lava hounds. Or, I'm sorry, hounds, not loons. And one of them is in the from the clan castle. And Lava Hound comes out and their clan castle, which is really not going to pose too much of a problem. In fact, it's going to be pretty much a Lava Hound most of the time. The queen's got aggro, is going to use her ability, but it will soon go out pretty quickly. And the Lava Hound is just going to go ahead and some of the lava pups, a couple of them are just going to pound on the Lava Hound and just stay there. Has 2 more Lava Hounds, going to the second to last AD. Sends the last rage in there, holds 2 minions back, and that last Lava Hound is going to make it all the way to the AD with some of the loons following up. Wizard Tower is going to go down. Archer Tower goes down. Very nice deployment. Looks like it's going to pop just at the last, maybe not. Nope, doesn't get the pop. So it's on its last breath there, and tons and tons of lava pups all spread out throughout the base. So he's got a very nice spread. Only a couple from the enemy lava hound, and those are about to go down. So we'll speed things up a little bit. And that Lava Hound is not going to pop, it looks like. So, very nice attack, and we'll get to see one more, almost exact same style from him on number 2. So he was able to 3-star both number 1 and number 2, which is huge for our number 5 to do that. Again, I think I'm going to do another cold-blooded with 4 Lava Hounds. And so, he's going to do a really nice thing. If you haven't seen PB's video of funneling or Mayan funneling, check it out. This is a huge difference, being able to funnel all these with these wizards. He only needs 3 or 4 of them, but he's very patient and hasn't done anything yet as far as letting that golem tank. But all the trash buildings on the side besides the town hall is down, so now he can drop the queen in there, and the king very soon after the jump will go down right now, and they're going to be dragged right into that core where the queen is. So it's a great timing, it's a great strat, and this is why he's successful. And this is also why I like to bring a lot of the smaller units in the clan castle, the tier 1s, because they'll knock out the king even though they're standing in poison. That king is going to go down by both the clan castle and by the defenses, as well as the queen. So You know, it's you can mix things up a little bit like that. But the queen goes down. That last AD has to go, or first AD has to go down. Now you can send in your lava hounds. So he deploys one from the south, one from 9 o'clock, and then sends the loons in right behind them. Has 3 rages, of which I don't think he uses 2 of them. Swags 2 rages. So, you know, drops 1 rage there, and he's going to go ahead and push, but he's got to be careful. He wants to get those lava hounds through the rest of the ADs. He only has 2 more left that are up, and 3 lava hounds that are standing. So one of them is going to pop right here. All of them are pretty low, but those loons are getting kind of close, so that AD will go down. The other one pops, and now, you know, he doesn't want to send the rage in there. He doesn't want to get that AD down before those that last hound goes down, and it does. But the loons are standing right on top, so no reason to do that. Look, I mean, a bazillion amount of lava pups. Buy one, get 20 for free. So it's, you know, they're gonna take care of this base, as well as the 10 or 15 loons that he has left over. So he just completely crushes this base. It's like a swarm of termites of lava pups. Swags the 2 rages, no need. And yeah, let's move on. Number 3, GoWiWiHo with Quad Quakes by Leonidas. So, you know, it's a good example of what Quad Quake can do. He's going to open up almost the entire base here. About 20% of it is not open after this Quad Quake goes down. And that 20%, most of it can be range shot at. So, you know, he's going to go ahead and split his golems with the shattered entry so far. And I think he's got another golem, yeah. So he's going to use a stone, but he's going to wait till, you know, he busts this open with his wall breakers, and they go open, drops the other golem in behind, but none of them are clan castle. He's going to bring witches in his clan castle. So he drops his own, and then drops the clan castle full of level 3 witches, and they are just going to swarm this base with Larrys like crazy. He'll drop a rage in here to take care of the royals, as well as when the clan castle comes up. Thank goodness it's not a lava hound or a dragon, as they would only serve as distraction. But they're just going to be like on crack when they get through here. Look at those skeletons run like crazy. So everything's going down. They're working their way through the core. He has hounds on the back end that he's still being a little patient. Very good to wait till this kill squad gets in there. Now, as some of the defenses get aggro on the kill squad, he can drop those hogs in there. He has no heals after this one is used, so he's got to push all the way through this base. That first heal is used, and the rest of the hogs, as long as they don't hit spring traps or bombs, should be fine, because the kill squad is tanking for most of it. Still tons of witches, or at least tons of skeletons left. Those hogs are still pushing through the base. Got a Tesla to worry about, and then a mortar, and then a whiz tower, as that other witch and golem are tanking on the bottom. So they're making their way through. They'll take out that mortar, and Queen still has her ability. So those golems are tanking that wizard tower, so it's going to be no problem for them to finish that off. And now they'll go ahead and start the cleanup. So everything looks hunky-dory. Tons of Larrys hitting all over different spots of the wall, trying to break through, get to that last trash building, that last storage, and very nice attack. Leonidas with a 6-star war. So we'll go ahead and check out his next one, which is using the Archer Queen walk, an AQ walk. And you know, when you're going to use this, he starts his funneling. Well, it's not really funneling; it's just taking out trash buildings. He sees that he can take out these buildings without getting hit. So he's going to go ahead and drop them down, and he's going to drop his queen down here with a couple of healers. And you really have to know how many defenses are going to be on your queen. He brings no rage, so he really only has one get out of jail free card, and that is his ability, or her ability. So he's going to go down pretty low here. He's got 2 defenses on top of him. Drops a hog down there. Pretty smart to try to at least help take out that defense. And, you know, it's going to help a little bit as that queen is getting super, super low. He hangs on to the ability as that last point defense goes down. Only one more on him. And now that wizard tower is going to do absolutely nothing. So the healers are going to be able to heal back. Comes back in up top with a kind of mixed entry. We'll see that in a couple other attacks. Trips a clan castle of LavaHound, but unfortunately for him, there's going to be nothing in there that's going to hit that LavaHound whatsoever. Has Valks and you know, Golem and King with what does he have? GoVaHo. So drops a jump there that really it's a little off time. Doesn't need to be done that quick. Could have been dropped like right as the golems were finishing up with some of these buildings and defenses, but they'll go ahead and reroute. LavaHound's still doing damage. Queen's still up, still has her ability. Getting hit by that Expo, and this air defense is going to take out those healers, but that's all right. She's done her job. Drops another jump to get those Valkyries and King and everything through there. Starts throwing in the hogs in the back end. Had a heal for his Valkyries to get them back up, and the Queen, it goes down anyway, so there's going to be no problem there. The Queen actually goes Queen on Queen, and the friendly Queen wins. Had to use her ability though, and now it's just going to go ahead and punch through the walls. Hogs are, you know, not quite, they're making their way through the base. Have no more heals left. Drop the poison for some of those skelly traps, and now they got to push their way through this. Well, their job is done. Their journey is over. The giant bomb stops them, and now we're going to go head through semi-cleanup as everything's punching through the wall. That LavaHound is still hitting the golems, doing absolutely nothing as the healer is healing them much quicker than the LavaHound can do any damage to them. So both royals up completely full. Queen almost goes down, but you know, it's no problem at all. They're racing for the altar, and the wizard wins. That Lone Ranger Wizard. All right, a few more. Let's look at number 5. Number 5, we're going with JLC getting a 6-star war, and he's going to use a GoVaHo. Not quite sure how much I like the Giants here. I don't know if he gets a lot of value for most of them. But again, it's your own preference. Giants are used to tank for the hog deployment and take up a couple defenses, 2 or 3, while the hogs get deployed. But you'll see a lot of them are standing. Uses a, let's see, a shattered entry here with 2 golems, and uses some minions and wizards to funnel. Again, this Queen has nowhere to go but right up and take that jump. Great job funneling. King, same thing. And then you know, these witches will do the exact same, and Valkyries, they have almost that storage is almost too close, but not quite. They still make their way in there. They're going to have to deal with this dragon and 2 loons, which is not the best for the composition right now. And drops another jump in there. They go ahead and knock out that King in a couple swipes, and that dragon is still up. The Queen's chasing him, and it goes down. So doing damage. It's time to send those hogs in. Has the Giants tanking on a couple things. The kill squad would actually be tanking them too. Drops another giant up from the 10 o'clock position, and hogs in the back end there. Again, these Giants are not going to be killed. They're going to be standing. Both of those Giants are standing, and really, if it's effective, in my opinion, those Giants should be killed just as the hogs finish up those defenses. So otherwise, to me, it's not really worth it. That Giant's tanking, that one I think was a pretty good deployment of the Giant on the bottom, because that Expo was definitely doing some damage and knocking them. Uses a heal there, has 1 more heal left over, needs to push through some more of the base, and those hogs are go flying. Still have a splash damage, 2-point defense, and an air defense that's going to do absolutely nothing, but has a heal. So unless they hit a double giant bomb, or, well, there you go, double giant bomb. So they are toasted as well. And this goes to show you how OP a Queen is in Town Hall 9. In a Town Hall 8, this would never happen, especially with a cannon still available and walls in the way. But a Queen can go ahead and take out that with using standing back of the her archers, and take care of that, and then these wizards and Valkyries will run around the base and clear the rest of the buildings. So nicely done. We're going to skip number 5, 6. I'll just show you number 6 actually, just to show you the base. Wasn't anything too spectacular. I think this was one of the ones that was standing towards the end of the war, and I think you know, we just didn't have any more attacks to use, so that's fine. We'll skip number 7, as JLC took care of this base as well, and go straight to number 8 and watch Matty J use this. I just like it because I haven't seen a mass hog in Town Hall 9 in a long time. So he's going to just use a cold-blooded, just one golem from the clan castle, a queen and king, and you know, the funneling group to go ahead and get into that queen, the enemy queen, and then just go ahead and blast it with hogs. Has 4 heals and 2 poisons, just old school. And uses wall breakers to get in there. Doesn't even need a jump or anything like that. Throws the king and queen because that funnel is done. That queen will get aggro from the friendly king and queen real quick. They'll knock her down, and as soon as she goes down, you can go ahead and start the hog deployment. There's really nothing else to do. So he's going to go ahead and do semi-surgical clockwise around the base. Has 4 heals. As long as he doesn't trip, you know, double giant bomb set with a mass amount of hogs, it's going to be completely crushed. So he uses that first heal, some hogs go flying, but he still has 14, now 8 more. They're making their way around the base surgically, so that kill squad is still tanking for some of them towards the core. The enemy king goes chasing some of the others, and he just deploys the rest of his hogs there with just, you know, a couple finger drops all around. Has 2 more heals still left over. 1 giant bomb is triggered, which might be a double giant bomb set, but you know, maybe triggered 1 only. And still making their way around the base. Use the last heal there over the last little bit of defenses. Hogs go flying, but that's fine. Uses a poison to go ahead and slow down that king, and they'll go ahead and turn on him, and it's time for cleanup. So very nice attack. I haven't seen a mass hog and with a decent anti-9 base in a long time. So like to see that change of things. All right, probably my favorite attack of the war was number 10, Apollyon. Yeah, he splits the kill squad and just completely crushes this base with a GoHo. He'll go ahead and drop his 1 from each side, and he brings a stone entrance, 2 of them from one, a cold blood from another. Drops the shattered in from the left hand side, and is going to save the other golem for the right hand side. So drops his queen down there as the funneling begins. Has a couple wall breakers to go ahead and open up that compartment. And what he's going to do is he's just going to send these in to make their way through the base. Drops another jump in there for the, you know, to help out with the clan castle after it's finished. He's going to go ahead and jump through to the core. Starts on the other side with the funneling with minions, and none of the defenses can go ahead and touch them. That queen is wide open, the enemy queen. So he'll drop a golem in there, start tanking for the defenses, drop some wall breakers to break into that compartment, and then that king will be dropped in there. Will reroute as soon as the queen starts shooting, and he'll rage up and then go ahead and knock her out. The 2 golems are tanking on the left-hand side, and the queen's taking out trash, but as soon as that king is aggro on the golem, she'll reroute, take the jump, and start knocking him out too. So both of the enemy royals are down. King's doing damage on top, will get knocked out there from the Tesla, but you know, it's time to go ahead and start sending the hogs in there. They have 3 heals. You know, they're getting lost to some of the springs, but they're still making their way through the base. Still hasn't used 1 of the heals yet. There's a lot of the kill squads tanking the defenses. He does need to have those heals left over for that Tesla there in the core, and it's being taken out right now, and sends the rest of the hogs in there. Has 2 more heals left over, of which I don't think he even needs. Yeah, doesn't need them at all, so he can swag that. Queen ability still up, hasn't used that at all, and just, you know, completely crushes the base in about 2.5 minutes. So very nicely done. Alright, number 11, we're going to watch King of the North go ahead and take this out with Suicide Dragons and a GoHo with Quad Quake. We'll go ahead and check this out. He's going to use the Shattered Entry again, starting that funnel early with those minions. None of those defenses can go ahead and touch them. It's really good to take advantage of that. You know, start that out going, start the raid going out strong. It takes a little longer in the beginning, but then you can really save the health of those golems when you send them in, because you can wall break or jump in really quickly. So it uses the Quad Quake, Suicide Dragons. The minions, you know, needed to funnel for those dragons, so they make it right in there. Balloons are sent right in after for any kind of black seeking mines, and the queen's going to make a big mistake by shooting at one of these dragons, and they're going to home right in on her and 2 breath them. Completely done. Clan Castle is going to be a little more difficult for these dragons to deal with. Those wizards are going to be doing damage with the air defense firing them, but that's fine. They did their job. And one of the archers is going to make it out to tell the story for right now, but going to head their way south. And the two Shattered Entry Golems are coming in there from the bottom. Queen is dropped after that funneling is done on that side. And they're all the way in after those wall breakers. And it's time to make their way through the core. It has 19 hogs on the back end with 2 heals. Also has a rage in for the core. Go ahead and rage up. Take out those, anything else that's standing there. That giant and the enemy king. And it's time to send the hogs in there. Queen trips a giant bomb. And, that's good for the hogs. They do have 2 heals left over, making their way through while the kill squad's kind of tanking for them. Just go ahead and heal where those point defenses are hitting the hogs. And making their way through the base. Expo is being tanked by the kill squad, so no reason to heal too early there. And uses that last heal. Wizard Tower doing damage, but they're standing in the heal. And only have 3-point defenses, now 2. And pretty soon those will go down. Hogs are on real low health, extremely low. No poisons, though, to take care of those skelly traps, and you'll see how much damage that they actually do to those hogs. So a lot of them were taken out, but in cleanup mode. So we'll go ahead and speed this thing up. And very nice attack by King of the North. All right, just 2 more, and we will be all finished. Number 12, a GoVaHo by Brando. And we're going to see here how the ace, the archer queen, the enemy archer queen and king, either one they're just like Valkyrie magnets. I mean, they're the P.E.K.K.A. too, but they just go straight for them. So we'll bring a jump in here to make it through the core. Starts that funneling. Wall breakers go down as the golems are taking some damage, but the queen is dropped right after. Make sure she gets into that first compartment. And, golems are going to reroute. Clan Castles comes out, drop poison in there to start tanking for that. Some mix of loons and archers and wizards and so forth. But those Valkyries will jump right in there and take care of those. Jump goes down. Valkyries will start to take it. But as soon as that queen shoots one of those Valkyries, they will go ahead and turn and rush right in on her and take her out in one swipe. So the queen goes down. And they're going to do the same thing to that king when it gets aggro. They're going to go ahead and stop what they're doing, turn attention on that king, and go ahead and take him out in a couple swipes too. So hogs are deployed from all over different angles where the kill squad is. A couple Valks still up. King is still up. I think the queen is still up with her ability. So, I mean, this base is pretty much wrecked. Still one more heal left over. I don't even think it's necessary to use it. Can use it there if they want to. Heal up some of those Valkyries and hogs. But looks like we're just going to go ahead and hold that and swag it. So, queen busts through the wall, starts helping out on cleanup. Everybody's doing cleanup, swags the heal in the middle, and that base is completely crushed. All right, last one. Let's check out, let's see. I think it's number 15. Yeah, we'll check out number 15 done by Ryan. Ryan gets the 6-star war. And it's going to use Suicide Dragons again on this one. Like the use of that, and with with just a GoHo. And I think a Shattered Entry here starts the funneling with the minions for those dragons. Doesn't get too much out of them. Starts a little bit of the funneling, and we'll do an Ace Queen, an Archer Queen walk. Uses that wizard there to push that queen towards the right hand side. Towards the northeastern side instead of going to the bottom or to the west. So, those healers will go ahead and heal up. Not too much point defense on her just yet. So, we're going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit. I think she gets the king aggro, needs to use rage. And we'll go ahead and drop that dragon in from, there's 2 dragons from the left. Needs really to funnel those minions in there. Push those dragons, but as soon as that queen fires on one of those dragons, they will go ahead and start aggro on her, and it's all over for that queen. Just a couple puffs and she will go down. And other dragon is going to work on some of these storages, but will be taken down by that archer tower, so it won't get too far in there. starts the other portion. It drops the Shattered in there, a couple wall breakers, and quad quake to get into that core. Actually, I'm sorry, no wall breakers, just the quad quake to get into the core. Lava Hound is in the clan castle. Queen will take care of that. No poisons, but a heal is left over. So that starts to send the hogs in through the bottom. But they're going to be rolling pretty much solo here because the kill squad's not tanking for any of these defenses. So he's got one heal to make it all the way across, and a couple of those lava pups, at least one of them will aggro on that those hog riders. So uses that heal in there. Really not too much point defense, just a Tesla, a cannon, and an archer tower that can do damage to these hog riders. So they'll go ahead and take them out. Sends a sacrificial archer in there for no reason, another one to die, and guess trying to tank for that archer tower just to make sure those hogs make it through. They do. They're going to be hit by that last lava pup though, so we'll speed things up as we're going through cleanup. Those wizards will help as soon as they get aggro. There we go. It goes down, and the rest of the kill squad helps out. So very nice. I liked watching the attacks on this. They had some really cool compositions, really cool strategies. Make it easier than it looks to go ahead and split your kill squad and split your whole attack into different sides, and doing that kind of thing. So it's too bad I couldn't take part in it, but it was still fun coming back and watching. I will go ahead and post the Town Hall 8 after this, Town Hall 8 attacks. But a lot of respect to North Awakens. They brought it too, just falling one short, but that's all right. I'm sure we'll go ahead and match up with them in the very near future, as everybody had a lot of fun, and we appreciated the challenge and the war. So anyway, I hope you are able to take these compositions, these strategies, go ahead and get yourself a 6-star war, and practice those 3-star attacks.